What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Code Peterson tutorial. We're doing some more GB Studio. I've been on this autumn slash fall kick with my tutorials lately, and I kind of have this idea where I want to play with a concept or an idea, the Polar Express, but you're on this train, and then it takes you to these different places where you can go trick or treating, and then there's these adventures you go on at each stop. I want to have some ghosts and ghouls in my game, and I wasn't sure if there's a good way to do that with GB Studio to where you can have a ghost that is somewhat transparent and just to make it look kind of ghostly instead of it just being a solid object. So here's what I have so far. Um, I did use this GB Studio web page just to remind me of the colors that I can use for my sprites and the background sizes and all of that. And this is my ghost that I made, so you can kind of see. Basically, it animates up and down, and I just use Piskel to make this. And it's up, and then it moves down a step, then it moves down a step, and then it's going to do that up and down. But then I thought, how do I make this transparent? I don't know if this will work that great, so it's kind of an experiment that I'm doing here. But layer one is my ghost, and then layer two, what I did was I filled it with these light colors. And if you look at your GB Studio sprites, we know this fluorescent green on here is actually transparent. I thought, what if I spread that out throughout the sprite? Would it make it look like you can kind of see through it? So in here, let me get to the right one. My first set of animations, there's just a few in there. And then my second one, I have like kind of twice as many of those. And then my third one, it looks like that. And then I thought maybe for another frame, it would just be blank. So it's kind of gradually fading out, then fading back in. You know, something to play around with anyway, and we'll see if it works in this tutorial. The second thing I did was just kind of my rough draft, I guess, of some tiles that are 8 by 8 for what I could use for one of the train cars. When I put that together and tiled, this is kind of what I have. There are already some things that I don't really like about it, like the little hallway. I need to clean those tiles up, and I I want it to be like a top-down adventure game, or kind of an RPG game. But as I look in there, it is kind of like I would like it if I could see more of the windows, and if there's some way I could do a tile swapping. You could see over here I was kind of doing that, and then it just looked too distorted over here. So like with this window here, this is like window version 1, and you see this hill, and then in window version 2, the hill is moving to the side, and then another hill's coming in. So it kind of looked like, you were riding on the train. But for right now, for this, I do have some different kind of, I guess, textures on here where I could place that ghost in different areas in this train and see how it shows up differently depending where it's at. All right, so we're here in GB Studio now, and then I will go ahead and go to uh, images, and then I'll go to my little folder down here, and then I will bring my train car level test into here. Then we can go back to game world, and we'll click add a scene, and I'll just click here, and then I'll choose my background, and I want to find train car level test, and I want it to be top down 2D. And right now I don't really even have an image sprite for my character yet. And this is just, I thought the train car, each car would kind of be its own scene. So, and it would just be one screen large. So when you go here, then it would take you to another train car. When you get to the villages, then it would be a larger scene where you could move around. Just the concept that I'm playing with right now. All right, so that is in there. I need to go to sprites, and then go over here to ghost. All right, so here is the ghost, and I think for right now I will just leave this as an idle for this in here. And if we see the animation here, this does move in there like that. Now, if I add another scene here, and I put this one right after this one, so he's up here, then he's moving down, then he's moving down there. Then what I actually want to do is have him move up a step. So then I can select two halves and copy that and then paste them in here. So this is position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4, and then up here we are. So then I would do the same thing. I would make this one. So here's the first one. He's moving down. He's down. I need to bring this 11 between 6 and 7. And then I need to copy number 5, paste that one into there. And then we have number 8. And you can see it does, in this setting, looks pretty transparent. Down. And then here we can copy this one. I'll paste that into here. And then I'm going to have 3 frames where the ghost is completely invisible. So I even did, and as you could see with my Piskel demonstration here, this went all the way down, and then I just copied that layer to all of those settings because I did want like the shadow to be a little bit lessened, you know, as more transparent the ghost is, then the shadow is also. Kind of my thought process with that. I think we could go 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have 3 more here. And so I need to bring this ghost back to transparency. We'll be ready for this one here on number 4. So it goes all the way through those sprites and then takes us back to the original. Now, if this is too much for this engine to handle, then I could always just kind of bounce between these ones here, or I could even just say the ghost when it's floating up in the air is more solid, is less transparent, and then it goes to the in between at the middle position, and then when it's down on the lower position, then it's more transparent, and it's less transparent, and then it's solid. So there's a few ways we could play around with that, but let's see how this looks. We'll go over here to game world. And I will add in an actor. And we'll put one maybe right here, because that ghost will kind of be in 2 different areas right there. So that'll be neat to see. And then I'm just going to paste this a few times. Maybe one where it'll be just over the wooden surface. And maybe one will be up here by that wall. And maybe just one outside of the train here just to see how that looks in there too. Saving that, and we will go here to run, and we'll see how it looks. And here it is. This doesn't look too bad. You have the ghosts floating. I do like the floating effect with the shadow underneath it. I think that looks all right. I think the more transparent it gets, the worse it actually looks. So I might just kind of go with the more solid and the in between transparency. And I think that it actually is a little bit more effective when you have it just on a plain background. When you have it down here with the dark background, it doesn't quite work as well as it does in the other settings. But at least it's a starting point, and also, I could try different colors of the ghost and play around with that too. So, let me know if you've tried anything like this with your games, where you've tried to make something that's a little bit like it's transparent, which is kind of hard to do with the Game Boy's primitive graphics. And or if this helps you out with anything, or if you have any ideas to improve it, I'd sure love to hear them in the comments below. And appreciate you watching as always. Share ideas with new tutorials. I'll try to keep making those as those come up, and we'll hopefully catch you on another tutorial video.